Yeah, but you know, we're just chatting about life and philosophies. But anyway, let me get back to the book. Trying to find the right page. Okay, the next quote. The next quote. Next quote. The next quote is, love is more important. Sorry. Love is the most important thing in our lives, a passion for which we would fight or die, and yet we're reluctant to linger over its names. Without a supple vocabulary, we can't even talk or think about it directly. Ackerman. Sorry, kind of cut off there for a minute. Ackerman. So that quote I really love because I think love is the most important thing in our life. This kind of reminds me of Harry Potter in the 5th movie when they had that whole battle with Voldemort and well, I guess he was there with Harry, but not everybody believed Harry. And he's walking with his friends at the end of the train to get on the train, and he says, you know, the thing that's different between us and him. And they say, what? We have something worth fighting for. Because they've got friends, they have love, they fight for their friends, and they fight for their loved ones. And I mean, I think that's why we live. We live to love. Love isn't always easy, and it can be really difficult that we think sometimes life is easier without love. But love gives us purpose. Love gives us purpose, even if it's with a friend, a family member, an animal. Loving something gives us meaning in life. Love is the most important thing in our lives. A passion for which we would fight or die, and yet we're reluctant to linger over its names. Without a supple vocabulary, we can't even talk or think about it directly. I had to reread them because it just is so powerful. Love and belonging are essential to the human experience. As I conducted, this is what she was saying, but as she conducted interviews, I realized that the only one thing that separated men and women who felt a deep sense of love and belonging from the people who seemed to be struggling for it. And that one thing is the belief in their worthiness. It's as simple and complicated as this. If we want to fully experience love and belonging, we must believe that we are worthy of love and belonging. You are worthy of love and belonging. You are worthy. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of love and belonging. I hope you know. I hope you know that you are worthy of love and belonging. Sorry for the incremental. I had to go turn off my air conditioning, which you can still hear, but it will stop in a minute. So we're gonna dive into the next have more things or more money in order to do more of what they want so that they will be happier. The way it actually works is the reverse. You must first be who you are, then do what you really need to do in order to have what you want. Margaret Young. So good. I love macaroons. Okay, Margaret Young. So I actually really like that because there's been a lot of times lately as being an adult where I felt the stress to earn more money to get into a house, especially in today's world, in today's market. It's so stressful. My neighbors are so annoying. Sorry, you guys. I feel that stress and that anxiety that, oh, if I can earn more money, then I can get into a house and then I'll be happier. But we have to be happy with where we're at now, in order to get where we want to go, in order to have what we want to. We have to be who we are. We have to be content with where we're at right now. And I think that's so important to learn to love yourself now, to be happy with what you have now. And then once you learn that fulfillment and happiness, then you can grow and get what you want later. So that's kind of a hard concept for me, and I think it's something I'm still working through. But it is something that I find is really important. Okay. Let's go to the next quote. I'm going to dive into the next macaron as well. I'm going to break it. This one is coconut. I know that was a tingly word, so I'm repeating it a lot. Coconut. It smells like coconut. Toasted coconut. Okay. Sorry, I had to breathe. Okay, the next quote. The thing that is really hard and really amazing is giving up on being perfect and beginning the work of becoming yourself. Anna Quindlen. That one was short and sweet, but so powerful. The thing that is really hard and really amazing is giving up on being perfect and beginning the work of becoming yourself. I think for so many years, I tried and tried to be perfect. I tried and tried. I sometimes still do. And I realized I don't need to be perfect. I just need to work on becoming myself. And it's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay. You just work. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to work and becoming yourself. And I think that's kind of a loaded point of like becoming yourself. Like, what does that mean? How do you know when you become yourself? For me, I feel like I'm still working on that. I have talked about this many times before. course, throughout the various stages of your life, you'll work on who you are and becoming yourself. But I think it's so important to take some time to meditate, to think about who you are, the things you love about yourself, the things that you want to work on or grow, the things that you want for yourself. I think it's so important to take some time to know who you are and who you want to become. Always good to have goals. Sit back and relax as we read the next quote. She could never go back and make some of the details pretty. All she could do was move forward and make the whole beautiful. Terry St. Cloud. Terry St. Cloud. Terry St. Cloud. She could never go back and make some of the details pretty. All she could do was move forward and make the whole beautiful. I think of the past quite often. I think of the mistakes that I've made, the things I wish I had done differently, and that's not healthy. That's not healthy. We can't go back and make some of the details pretty. We can't. It's in the past. It's gone. It is gone, gone, gone. We have to move forward and make the whole beautiful. Knowing that we will constantly make mistakes. Knowing that we'll constantly make mistakes because we're not perfect, and that's okay. There have been so many interruptions in this video. I'm so sorry. Okay, but we will just get moving forward, not looking back. Not looking back at the imperfections of this video. Okay, so I'm gonna dive into the last macaroon. Stay on. This is the chocolate. My favorite. I'm a chocolate gal. I love chocolate. Okay, let me set this down for a second while I turn to the next quote. Really forgot. Okay. Sorry, I thought I missed one. Okay. We're gonna get there, I promise. Relax, relax, relax. Relax, relax, relax. Relax, relax, relax. Okay. Here we are. Sit back and relax. As we dive into this last macaron, I almost dropped it. That would have been so bad. Okay. Dance like no one is watching. Sing like no one is listening. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. Mark Twain. It was so good. Do you guys do happy dances when you like food? I do. Sorry, you guys, it was so weird. Okay. Dance like no one is watching. Sing like no one is listening. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. Excuse the line above. I love this quote because sometimes I get embarrassed when I do something dumb, right? As we all do. But I've learned that it's so much more fun to live life like no one's watching. To do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. And don't care what other people think. Like making ASMR videos, a lot of people don't understand it. They don't. In fact, my coworker was like, have you heard of ASMR? I was like, yeah. She's like, it's so weird. I'm like, meanwhile, making ASMR videos. I probably should have told her, like, I do that, but I kept quiet because or studying it. I don't think that makes me unique. Everyone wants to be brave. Everyone wants to be brave. So it talks about being brave and standing up for what you believe in, and taking the bravery to love yourself, and taking the bravery to know that you don't need to be perfect, and it's okay not to be. You also need to have compassion with yourself, love for yourself, and connection with yourself. I define connection as the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued. When they can give and receive without judgment, and when they derive sustenance and strength from a relationship. But also finding connection within yourself. Feel like you are listening to yourself, you are hearing yourself, and that you are valuing yourself. So, you need to practice each and every day, because we're not perfect and it takes practice. You need to practice courage, passion, compassion, love to yourself, and connection. It is so to practice courage, compassion, and connection is to look at life and the people around us and say, I'm all in. Thank you for listening to today's video. I know sometimes these subjects are heavy and hard, and they can be hard for ourselves when we are struggling with things like these. But know I am here for you. Know that I am listening. And know that you are loved. You are loved. You are worthy of love. Give yourself compassion. And know that you do not need to be perfect. Don't focus on the past. Move forward to the future and live your life like no one's watching. Do what makes you happy. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you can relate. But thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful day. Be kind to yourselves and know that you are more. Know that you are